How to make a mixtape.
You want to know what's crazy is that it's really hot in my office. That's why we had to turn off the fan, because sometimes I'll run the fan, but then the fan became a mic issue. So I just scratched my armpits and smelled my fingers. I still smell good, so I'm not worried about it.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought that was going another direction. Yeah.
No, I smell like $1 million.
That's awesome. It's good to hear.
This was a weird one. Fun,
Sure.
Really fun theme.
I had a great time picking my songs for this, and I was really excited to hear what everybody else's were. So I don't know what you meant by weird. I mean, weird. It's weird in that, like, it felt a little more pressure in what you were going to say about the song, where normally on these mixtapes, it's like, here's the song based on the theme, but I get to say whatever the hell I want about this song or about this artist. This one felt a lot more like pressure to defend why you chose the song, you know?
I wanted my definitive reason to be that these are the songs that give me goosebumps. And
I mean, a good way to look at it.
Yeah, because it has to be something in the production that makes you feel a certain way that causes that reaction to the song.
I think you could get goosebumps from a song with poor production, but I do think it's much more likely, if everything in the song is working together, that it's going to make you really feel a certain way.
Do you have any songs or artists that you don't love, that you can't deny how good some of the songs are, like from a production standpoint?
Like most pop music, honestly. I'm not really... Yeah. I like a lot of pop music, but there's a lot of it that I don't like, and you can't deny that it's all produced pretty damn well. I mean, they have teams of people working on those things, you know?
Do you listen to the Bridge City Sinners at all?
No.
Are you familiar with them?
Nope, never heard of them.
Okay. They're like a folk like a spooky folk Americana band, and I don't know why this mixtape is so spooky.
So, like, is it like Murder by Death, like similar genre type stuff? That's how I would describe them.
Far less heavy.
What are they?
Songs
what are they
about
called?
Witches and shit. The Bridge City Sinners.
This did turn into a spooky.
It did get pretty spooky. They put out a new song called "Break the Chain." I've listened to this band a few times. They're a band that you can consume in small doses. You're going to take a couple of bites and then you're going to put them back in the fridge. But they just put out a song called "Break the Chain," and it's one of those things where she hits a note in the song that just sounds perfect, and it's like, fuck, man, I can't deny how good this is. I cannot deny, like, not my favorite band, a band that like I said, I'm going to take a couple of bites, I'm going to put it back in the fridge, but you hear those notes or you hear those moments within a song, and it's like, fuck, this is fantastic.
I'll check them out for sure. I do like a good spooky, like, have you ever listened to Twin Temple?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like that, like, horror doo-wop or whatever it is. Like, you know, like...
You might be okay. Like I said, you might be okay with Bridge City Sinners. Listen to Break the Chain. That, like I said,
I'm going to check it out for sure.
Yeah. But it is a lot of songs about witches and, like, you know, being extra spooky.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm in a spooky mood. You know what I listen to sometimes when I'm feeling spooky? Have you ever heard of the Ghastly Ones?
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
They are basically like a Halloween surf rock band, but it's like not surf rock like tiki shirts. It's surf rock like punk rock dudes, like surf punk.
One album, 1998. That's all they got.
No, they have a bunch more. I think it's just not on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
that's kind of like I really love a Zombie Ghost Train. That's that's another. They're a psychobilly band that is all like very spooky stuff, but they're not on Spotify, so you can't listen to any Zombie Ghost Train.
I don't know. It must be a label thing, but they had a bunch of albums, and I used to have them on my iPod, and it would be my Halloween go-to. They were on the SpongeBob SquarePants. I had like a Halloween CD, and they have a song on there. But do you see that on here?
Yeah.
It's called SpongeBob Scaredy Pants was the album, or just the song that they did.
Yeah.
It's so good. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why this turned into spooky talk either, but
I'm stoked.
I think it was a little weird because it wasn't as free form to talk about the songs, but I really enjoyed choosing my songs for this.
Yeah. I mean, and Tim is the dude to be able to talk about that shit too. Like he has remastered Jimmy Chamberlain's drums for Pumpkins albums.
Crazy.
So he's got credentials for sure.
I almost brought up on the episode. He mentioned, and I didn't say it because I was like, I don't know if he mixed any Pumpkin stuff or not. But when you brought up the Killers, one thing I do like about the Killers is they don't shove that dude's voice right up front. It bothers me in rock bands when the dude's voice is way up front, like a pop singers would be. It's like, dude, you're a band. Like, I want it to sit back in the mix a little bit. I want to feel the guitars just as much as I hear the vocals. In fact, I like some bands where I can, like, I mean, you got like Dillinger 4 and shit, where it's like I can barely even hear the vocals, and that's maybe taking it too far. But man, the worst, like the new Pumpkin stuff.
Yeah.
Have you listened to any of their new stuff? Dude, and some of it's like, he's still writing decent songs. There's been a few songs I really enjoy, but every single time, I'm like, Billy, why is your voice so far out front of everything else?
Yeah.
You're a rock band, dude. Like, back it off. Feels like Billy Corgan's like nose to nose with me singing.
It makes it even funnier, the 8-hour Bandsplain episode about the Pumpkins, where they just dog on Billy Corgan for 8 hours.
They shoot through the last like 4 records in like 5 minutes, which I guess that's fair, but
rightfully so.
There's a couple I really like.
Let's wrap it up with one more spooky thing of the Saves the Day Through Being Ghoul. Have you ever listened to that, where they cover 2 Misfits songs?
Oh yeah, I have.
And the album cover is the Universal Monster sitting on the Through Being Cool couch.
Yes, yeah,
it's fantastic.
Is it just them, or were there other people on that?
No, well, I mean, the Through Being Ghoul thing is just those 2 songs. It's Some Kind of Hate and Where Eagles Dare. But I'm sure they're part of a compilation.
It is part of a compilation. I'm pretty sure, because isn't that the dude on the cover, the guy with the scythe or whatever? I'm pretty sure that's the Census Fail mascot guy. So I think this might have been on like maybe Census Fail did it too and put out a couple songs. But Saves the Day also had they were on
some else
Tony Hawk American Wasteland soundtrack.
Were they?
And they did, was it a Misfits song that they did there too, or was it somebody else? It was what song did they do? That stuff's not on Spotify. Sonic Reducer. They performed Sonic Reducer.
That exists somewhere. I've heard that somewhere. I don't know where though, but I know what you're talking about. Jesus Christ!
So
what the Wikipedia
that's
did.
not the
It's going
Misfits
to be on
though,
YouTube. I felt like I looked cool until I clicked on a Wikipedia page. Holy shit, that's better. This is going to end up. This is going to end up on YouTube. That was fucking. That was really. Really.
The last thing
important.
I'll say about the mixtape is he is gonna have a hell of a time sequencing this thing. Like this is gnarly. This is gnarly. But you should go listen to dude, it's so distracting. The light.
Yeah, stay off the Wikipedias.
You should go listen to Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings.
I'm gonna do that.
Like, it's good. It's real good shit.
I'm gonna put that on right now. I'm gonna go eat some watermelon, and then I'm gonna
dude, that's some watermelon eating music. That's some like summertime.
I know.
Fruit eating.
Perfect.
Feel good music. All right, dude. Yeah. Good time.
We'll talk soon.
Later, buddy. Bye.
How to make a mixtape.